How's it going, everybody? And welcome back to another After Action Report with Ronin 47R. And today we are taking a look at the Tier 8 tank destroyer, the T28. I am cleaning out the digital drawer, the digital desktop, cleaning off like 2 more games that I thought I want to share with you just because, well, it's fun. I just like this tank. And it's just, I don't know. It's just fun. So why not? Who doesn't like things blowing up and driving over stuff and through stuff? Anyways, this map is Erlenberg, and it's winter camouflage. It is considered an open map because, for the most part, it is.
Standard battle. In this game mode, there are 2 flags, and each team spawns near their own. The objective is to either eliminate the opposing team completely, or capture their flag within 15 minutes to claim victory.
And so we have the standard battle. We know the rules, the regulations, how it works, and it is the most often played. And it is pretty straightforward. So here we go. Tank destroyers. Sometimes even with heavy tanks, I'd like to go towards the ridge line here, down the 9 line. Kind of see what I can see. Especially with a tank destroyer, I feel I'm more of a defender. And I just want to see what that would look like. So, I'm more of a defender. Kind of like to see if folks are poking across the bridge there to the south, and it gives me a moment to not only have a gun on target, because usually at this point, when I'm planted up there, people are spotting, but also too, it gives me a moment to sit, think, and see how the red team is working, so that way we can respond accordingly. Now in this particular tank, you can see that I am not even in the double-digit speed range there, so other folks are going to go further south, and I get some eyes on. You can see here with some heavy tanks, they're playing, or this heavy tank there was playing sniper there for a moment, and this medium is doing the same thing. So no judgment, just a fact, and it is what it is. Now I'm feeling bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, so I'm going to go ahead and take this T28 and head even further south than what I sometimes and often do, which is a little further north. Nice 462 roll. And what can we do? Pretty quick reload. I love this tank. Clipped him just on the tracks. Got him tracked. Getting some spotting damage, or track damage, some assist damage. There we go. Folks are definitely moving north, or moving east and north from their side. Now that is an E75 with some really good armor. Well, I'm not spotting anybody. Just that one tier 7. Now I'm trying to get further down without missing any opportunities. So always making a decision. Should I stay or should I go? And you can see I just need to push just a little forward. Using that gun depression, 399 roll on the IS-3. He thinks better of it and pulls back. I'm hoping this guy pokes, well, he doesn't go past that building, darn it. So I'm going to slowly but surely creep on forward some more. Oftentimes I like to drive while in the scoped in view so I can see what the bare minimum is to stay hull down and get my gun just up and over the horizon, maximizing my my defense, my hidden hull. Alright, and the 112 is way out there. I can't get a piece of him, and got a nice chunk of the E75. The 112 is down below on the bank of the river, and so he is much lower than I can see him. I can only see the top half of the E75. You see it's a yellow. A little bit of an orange on that one moment there, but I think the shell dropped down into the yellow zone. Okay, so we have a Tier 8 Indian Panzer off in the distance, but I do not have a clear line of sight. And day late, dollar short. Nope. Just shot in front of him, but it was worth the try. Not a big deal with the T28. What a great reload. Here's the 112, and he moved forward just as I was shooting, so it shot behind him. Again, going downhill. I am not. He's way, way hull down. I mean, he's everything down. There's that 112. Aggressively peeking up and down. There's the E75, and they are fighting for their lives because there's a lot of greens getting closer and closer to these guys. It's just a matter of time. Now there is a red crossing over the bridge in the middle, and I believe that they have been put down, so they no longer exist. All right, I'm going to go ahead. I'm feeling wild and crazy, and I'm really pushing with this T28. One of the risks, of course, is that look what I'm doing now. I'm going forward. But those two reds to the side, if I'm spotted and they take a shot at me, I am just really, really vulnerable from the side. So and there's Sixth Sense. I'm a little nervous there, a little scared. Wishing someone was holding my hand in my time of need. Luckily, I made it to the buildings for cover. So those two heavy tanks to the south are not going to be a problem for me. I want to be careful and courteous that I am not ruining the tank behind me's shot. He has some space to work around me, so that's not a problem. And he just shot, so it's not like I am blocking his shot. One of my pet peeves is when you're aimed in, you're working real hard. Finally a 353 on the E75. And then you take a shot right as someone was pulling in front of you, and it bounces off of them, you know. All right, the 112 is down. I did take a hit. And now we're moving forward as a team. Kind of steamrolling right over the reds. Now I'm in a really good position. That chance paid off because look, I'm already at the bridge and I am ready to push on with my extremely fast T28. We do have one medium tank at the northern bridge. I'm not too concerned about it because there is at least 3 greens that are holding him off. We have a tank destroyer up there by the castle in the flat area, and that just died. We do have a tank destroyer at the very northern tip of the landmass there, and they are probably laying fire on our 2 heavies and the tank destroyer. But again, it's just a matter of time. We do have somebody putting pressure on over at the flag. I certainly hope they're just trying to put pressure on and not trying to cap, considering there is only 3 guys to take out. Now, because the greens are spread the way they are, I assume the 3rd red is somewhere to the north. So I'm not going to move to the west and then north. I don't have the speed to waste. So I'm trying to make the most of my speed by taking the shortest route. Not too hopeful that I'm going to get a piece of anybody because I'm so darn slow. But you never know, and I will never give up. So I'm going to keep pedaling as fast as I can. Of course, they cap the base before the 2 tank destroyers can be destroyed. I don't know. Not what I would have done. And now, again, just, you know, average game, putting in a little bit of work. I came out of, the top 3rd? Pretty cool. 22,000 silver, almost 5,000 in experience, and I'm okay with that. Okay, now we're opening up on Moravanka, and it is another standard battle. I do like this map. I like most of the maps, but I do like this map because it does offer the variety. I think it was well designed. You do have some fun little hills to the west. You do have that crazy town in the middle. Summer camouflage is considered open, and but then you have those really funky hills with forest action to the east, and it's just I don't know, just good times. Good times. I often like to, not in this tank, but I often like to flank by going counterclockwise when spawning in the south by following the periphery of the map. And that's always seemed to work out pretty darn well for me because you can really hide really well being so low all the way along the east. Sometimes I like to do things that are just, well, different because you may accidentally stumble upon a better strategy, and sometimes it's just fun to do things different, right? We just do things because we can. So I am going to go ahead and do something unusual for me, which is to move all the way to the west and just kind of creep along and try to make sure that I don't have anybody to my sides. I mean, if I go all the way to the west and start moving north, my gun is facing the enemy, and then I barely have to turn a little bit to my right to address any other bad guys that may be in front of me. So I felt it was a sound plan as long as I can get over there, and I had a little bit of support and distraction going up north through the 2 or 3 or 4 line. Well, more like the 2 or 3 line. It's always a risk, you know. You don't know what the other players are going to do. So I am speedily breaking some sound barriers there, going at 17, 18 kilometers per hour. Look at me go. Now this is exactly what I wanted. I wanted to get to the far left, the far west, and we do have some 2 heavies that are moving forward, northward, through the 2 line, which will serve as 1, spotters, and 2, a distraction. And my job as a tank destroyer can really come together because, you know, I like to call it Overwatch, and basically I can shoot over their shoulder, metaphorically, and if they're close enough, figuratively. All right, so now we have somebody doing the same thing. They're pushing forward. Here we go. Bad hit on my part. I blew that, hit a track, but it didn't even track them. Reversing and turning. I shot the ground. The depression of the ground and everything. I didn't zoom in and adjust the gun barrel. So very lucky that this guy chose to go after someone else. And they lay dollars short. I continue to impress all of the viewers with my excellent tanking skills and show you how to miss, you know, 2 or 3 times. So I know that is just super awesome. I got really lucky. That guy could have, if not killed me, he could have really hampered my day. But again, going in a group makes it hard for him to decide who he's going to go for, and then you have many guns on one target. There's a T29 in the distance, and I have to try to get in position here by going around that roof, and of course the Tiger P. Now the time I get into position, sorry about that, Tiger P. Can I do it? And no. With that distance and the travel time of the shell, he was able to move just a few meters, which is enough to allow the shell to miss him. Now, had he not moved, that would have been a great shot because his turret, although armored, would have absolutely been penned on the side with the upgraded gun on the T28. All right, we have a tracked enemy, Tiger P, to the front of us, and you can see that it bounced, so that was pretty magnificent. There we go. You're not going to bounce that, not at that location there in the front of the turret, and that was a 412 roll. It's taking hits from everywhere, and I got the reload, but I bounced. Same thing by the other side of the turret. And here we go. Another bounce. Boy, I am just really batting 1,000 here in this game. I am spotted, taking a risk because he already could hurt me. Luckily, he shot at me, resulting in a bounce, and luckily I was finally able to penetrate him. You know, again, Tiger P's, you know, of course, angle always come into play, but Tiger P's have some pretty decent armor on that hull. You know, it's pretty surprising. And here I go. We're winning. You know, it's 9-4. I don't really think the Greens are going to lose, but as far as I'm concerned, you never know. Someone can come out, circle me, put me down. You never know. Artie could still nail me. I am a very slow target after all. Going as fast as I can up this hill. This is one of those times where you're just kind of filing your nails. You're on autopilot. Come on, let's get in the fight. Yeah, there's no way I'm getting over that hill for a few minutes. Look at that. Here we go. I'm going and I'm going. And the super Pershing is going to come into view now. Here we go. Now that was a great hit, finishing him off at 156. Super Pershing's a great tank, but, you know, gosh, the gun on the T28 is really nice. Now we're down to one tank destroyer. Who knows where they are, but obviously it's probably to the far north / northeast. They could be hiding over there in the corner. They could be hiding in that corner. Okay, well, we've narrowed that down, buddy. We'll see. Still nothing. Now they're capping because, well, I don't know why, but, you know, I could see if it was me, I would be doing it to put pressure on, but apparently it was just somebody driving through, and there they are over at B8. Now, the way they're sitting still and the way they're facing, it almost looks like they're AFK from a spawn point. Nice. Nice. That was a far shot. That was cool. And that pretty much concludes it. Just a couple of average games, you know, just good times, just sharing the good times, nothing magical. I mean, look, only 14,000 in silver. Decent experience, though, and I'm climbing my way up to my 5 quadrillion, you know, next research tank. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Now, where did my crew go off to? Oh, I see. There they are. Okay, girls, tell them who they are if they're receiving this transmission.
You are one of the 47 Ronin. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.